Hello students, welcome to the class. We are discussing history chapter 1 and we have already discussed about the introduction of modern period and colonization. Today's topic is what is the sources of modern history. There are various sources of history in different period of time. So basically in modern period there are two important sources of history, that is official record and surveys. As you know that the British came to India for trading purpose, and gradually they also have influenced India politically and economically. So they have a good habit of keeping the record of every event which happened during that time. So official records, the things which are related to office use, were recorded and kept. For example, if there is some treaty, there is some policy making, some event like a coronation or some time of governor generals, what did they do during their time period, and what changes they make, they have kept a record of all. If you see your book, there is a picture of a report made on the Madras cyclone. So they kept the records of natural calamities on various topics. All the records were kept properly. And at that time, you know that the printing press was not there. So all the records were written down manually, and the people who write it down beautifully are known as calligraphers. And if one copy is more than one copy is required, they copy it down exactly, and it is then given to the concerned person. When the printing press came to India, when the printing press was introduced to India, it was easier to make copies. As you know that it is very easier now to photocopy one thing, more than one copies. So at that time it was not possible, but due to the invent of later on, when the printing press was introduced, it becomes easier. Okay, so the British not only kept the record, but they also have focused to preserve these records so that they remain there for the longer time. So they built record rooms to keep it. Record rooms are keep it, and some important documents which are of utmost importance were kept in museums and archives. Okay. Now, second most important source of history are surveys. Surveys are the history give proof that British administrators were very much in taking surveys as to know the actual situation. You must have sometimes some people came to your house and asked certain questions, and they told you that they are coming from the government official. One example I will give you about the knowing the actual population of a country. Census is being done. So census is being done, and through a census we can come to know about various aspects of the population of a certain country, like what is the male-female ratio, what is the age group of different population, what is the occupation of the most people, and many more things. So surveys are very very important as to make a country develop in different sectors. And so lots of surveys were done by the British people, like survey which is based on revenue, botanical surveys, geological surveys, archaeological surveys, and most important, as I have told you, the census. In the end of 19th century, census operations were held every 10 years. Now, these are all about the sources, official sources I have discussed. Now I will discuss about some other sources. This were the official sources, and it has nothing to do with the feelings and emotions of the common people. But there are people, and there are have their own feelings, and they also have written down many things like poems, literature, and so the other sources include, in short, are personal diaries, accounts of pilgrims and travelers, autobiographies and important personalities, popular booklets, newspapers, and later on reviews, editorials, and articles, and uh, radio also. At that time, radio also was invented. Radio also a very important source of knowing what the public feels. So that's it in this chapter, and if you have any queries you can ask me. Okay, so see you with a more another interesting topic in the next video. See you all.